Yo, what's good everyone? Rollo Tornado Jr. here, Dunks Are Nice. Today's sneaker review I'm gonna be doing is the Off-White Air Jordan 5. This video was possible thanks to Retro707 Grails on Instagram. They're located here in the Bay Area. They've been collecting sneakers since 1999, 100% legit, nothing to worry about. And they have a very good reputation in the sneaker community. Again, nothing to worry about. All the information for Retro707 Grails will be down below in the description. And again, shout out and thank you to Retro707 Grails. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. And here they are, the Off-White Jordan 5s. Now, the first time I saw them leak the image online, I was very curious and I want to know how they would look like in person, because you never know. You never know until you do, since most of these photos that are presented online never really look like how they're supposed to until you actually see the official images. Holding them in my hands, I can tell you this, they do look a lot better in person. The material choices on the uppers is a very interesting one that Virgil Abloh decided to go with. It's this dark gray tone color with this durable textile material choice with the black stitching around it. And again, Virgil Abloh, he went with his signature style, making it different and very interesting. And overall, the material choices that he used is a very strong, durable one. One of the interesting things that I did notice about the sneaker is the interior. Now, Virgil Abloh went with, again, his signature off-white style where he normally deconstructs it, and you can kind of see it here. There's not that much padding or cushion compared to as a regular Air Jordan 5 sneaker model, where it does have more padding. And this kind of made me curious to think about the sizing, since there isn't as much cushion or padding on the interior of the Off-White Air Jordan 5. So that was something that I was really curious about. Now, speaking of padding, the Air Jordan 5 3M tongue, it's almost similar, if not just a little more padding on the tongue, but again, it's not as much as padding as a regular Air Jordan 5 model. In terms of the tongue, the right sneaker has a full tongue. As you can see, the whole 3M shine, and it has that big Air Jordan stitched logo. But when you look on the left sneaker on the tongue, Virgil Abloh decided to switch it up and have a similar circle cutout on the uppers. This made me question, why was the left pair the only one that does have this circle cut out, but the right pair doesn't have it on the tongue? And that was one question I was curious about for the tongue. As for the laces, where the lace placement where you put the shoelaces through the sneaker, it somewhat has this dark translucent material plastic choice, but I did want to go in and point that out there as well. The netting on the tongue is different compared to the outer netting. It doesn't have that circle cutout, but all of the netting color is still that translucent color tone. It's that off-white tone age look to the netting color. But as for the inner netting part, it does still have that circle cut out, so you can see that common off-white stamp marking that Virgil Abloh usually does on his sneakers. One of the things I did appreciate on the Off-White Air Jordan 5s is that they decided to keep the 23 stitched on the right and left pair, but they also decided to put that big Nike Air stitched on the back. So if you were to ask me, it's almost or exactly almost the same stitching size as an OG 1990 pair of 5. So again, that's something that I did find really nice and appreciated. As for the midsoles, it still does resemble that black metallic colorway to it, but when you look on the soles, it definitely has that yellow age translucent sole, and it has that red Jumpman. And when you look on the middle part of the sole where it says Nike, it's more of like this dark gray clear sole, but when you go to the front portion of the sole and the toe cap, you can see it has that very similar dark gray translucent sole, making its way all the way to the front stitching where the toe cap is. Besides those things, I did notice on the uppers on the Off-White 5, it still does have that hang tag where it says made in China on both pairs, and on the left pair it does have that black zip tie where it says Off-White TMCO Nike 2020 zip tie. Now as for the lace locks, again, they went with that age off-white look to it for the main part of the lace locks, but when you get to the push down, the red part that you see here, it's more of a clear red, which almost matches the color of the stitched Jumpman on the 3M tongue. Speaking of laces, it does come with 3 laces as well. The black laces that come factory lace on the sneakers, and then you have 2 additional shoelaces, one set of the white shoelaces, and then you have one set of the red shoelaces. Both of the white and red shoelaces have that quotation mark where it says shoelaces. But other than that, the Off-White Air Jordan 5s do release on February 15th at select retailers for $225. Overall, I think they're dope in my opinion, and it resembles that black metallic 5s with a twist to it. Let me know if you guys like them, dislike them, you know, are you copying to keep or are you copying to resell? So again, thank you and shout out to Retro 707 Grails for allowing me to do this video review on the Off-White Air Jordan 5s. If you guys want to go ahead and cop the Off-White 5s, I'll put all the information down below in the description. Again, everything is 100% legit, nothing to worry about. Thank you again to Retro 707 Grails for making this happen. Like this video, comment if you haven't. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on these Off-White Jordan 5s. Subscribe to your boy, you know what I mean? I really appreciate it. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Yay!